You just finished the tutorial and now you know how to catch Pokemon and craft, and that's super awesome. But do you want to start your game off with an entire team of eeveelutions? Yes, I'm talking you can get 6 of the 8 eeveelutions without leaving the first area of Obsidian Fieldlands. And what I mean by first area is I'm talking about this bridge right here where you have to do a battle. You can get your first team of Eevee evolutions from Horseshoe Plains right up here where I have this pin. I'm going to show you how to do it. But before we head out there, let's go ahead and save the game. So we're about to head down to our first potential interaction, and unfortunately they're 2 Buduffs. What you need to do here is you need to scare them off so you can reset the area. So you're going to go ahead and either A, catch them or battle them. One of the two, just to clear them out of the area right now. Okay, we got 1 caught, 2 caught. Now we're just going to head all the way back up there. You're going to fast travel back up again, and then you're going to reset the area. Now here's a little tip on how to reset the area. You have 2 ways to do it. One is you can come to this guy and you can rest. My suggestion when you rest is first you rest till nightfall, and then you come back and rest the second time till midday. It'll give you a full reset of the area, because at night Diffloom spawns and takes the place of Buduff, which you still have a potential chance to get an Eevee, but then when you rest till midday again, then it fully respawns and changes back to Buduff, so you have an even better chance of having another Eevee show up. It gives you just that much more of a cycle to happen. So we're going to go ahead and rest till nightfall, and now we're going to go ahead and rest till midday. Alright, so now you've rested and you potentially reset the area. The second way to reset the area is to simply go with the professor back to Jubilee Village. And if you're going to do that and you're just starting the game, my best tip I can give you is continuously collect the acorns, the tumblestones, the medicine leek, every berry you can while doing this, because it's going to be a grind to give you your best start to the game. Now let's head on back out there, but before we do, let's hit that save. And look at this, our second trip out, and we got ourselves an Eevee. Now, what we're going to go ahead and do is we're actually going to sneak around this other side over here, because that Eevee's not going to go anywhere. We're going to sneak around this other side, and we're going to go get into the grass here, because we do not want to be seen by that Eevee. If we get seen by the Eevee, we will lose the chance to catch them. Now, the reason why you collect all those berries is simply so you can go ahead and draw that Eevee in. So there's 1 berry right there. It's going to go ahead and run at it and eat, and you can throw another berry potentially right afterwards to bring it on in. Now, catching an Eevee using berries will up its friendship level with you. Catching an Eevee after battling it will lower its friendship level with you. Mind you, you are going to see how the Buduff's coming over as well. You are going to watch. You're going to auto the Buduff's over there. It'll auto select the Buduff first. There we go. I thought it would, but it didn't this time, which is kind of nice. And there we go, we've caught our first Eevee. Now, there's another trick here. That Eevee was caught. I call this the loop. So this isn't the only area you can catch Eevees. You can catch them down here, you can catch them over here, you can catch them all over the place in Horseshoe Plains. They're most common in this area right here. But we're going to do a quick loop real quick and see if we can come across another Eevee. Alright? So as we're going, see where the ponytail is? There sometimes would be an Eevee over here in this area as well, because there's usually a Buduff. There's not this time, but sometimes there's also an Eevee. Not this time, so now we're going to keep running around. And over by that tumblestone over there, usually there's a Buduff, but potentially an Eevee as well. This time it's a Buduff, as you can see right there. So we're going to continue on over. Hey, look, it's a Mime Jr. You know what? Let's catch that just to be safe here. There we go. Here we go. Or let's try anyways. Now, this is the last area right here. It is another Buduff, unfortunately. So no Eevee on this round trip, but this is basically the trip you would take. You would come here, you would go over to the tumblestone, then you would go back over where our little flag is, and that would be the round trip that you could do that could potentially spawn more Eevees for you to catch. So, how can you get 6 of the 8 evolves? Very simple. One is, if you get your Eevees and they have a high friendship level, you can evolve them into either a Espeon, Umbreon, or Sylveon. Now, Umbreon is evolved at night, Espeon is evolved during the day, and Sylveon is evolved if your Eevee knows a fairy type move. That is the key right there. If you try to get yourself an Espeon or an Umbreon by evolving during the day or evolving during the night, but they have a fairy type move, they will automatically evolve into a Sylveon regardless. So you want to get rid of that fairy type move in order for you to get your Espeon or your Umbreon. The other way to get 3 other evolves is simply by getting yourself a water stone, fire stone, or thunder stone. Now, the way you go ahead and get those is all those tumble stones out there that you're looking at when you're running around and collecting. This is why I give you this tip, is to collect everything, is because you have a rare drop out of a tumble stone to get one of those stones. It does not have to be one of the ones that has the Stardust. It just has to be a tumble stone in general. It's just better chances out of one that has Stardust or the little sparkly going on with it as well. But you have a chance to get all 3 of those stones, and that's how you can start this game off with having 6 of the 8 Eevee evolutions. Now we're going to find out how to get the last 2 evolutions of the Eevee chain, Leafeon and Glaceon. Now, originally I thought both these Pokemon needed a stone to evolve, but Leafeon, you do not. There's a spot in the Obsidian Fieldlands that you can go to that you can evolve with Leafeon. I'm about to show you where that is. If you go all the way south, all the way down here, where my pin is, right here, you'll see there's a little circle of trees. That little circle of trees contains something called the Mossy Stone. Once you investigate it and you go into that area, anytime you're down there and you evolve an Eevee, it will evolve into a Leafeon, and that's how you're going to get yourself the 7th evolution of the Eevee chain. Now, Glaceon is much, much more difficult to get. This one is going to take some grinding. Basically, you have to either collect a bunch of merit points, the MP points, by collecting all those bags and giving them back, or you have to go ahead and find an ice stone in a distortion event. Distortion events you don't get till the 2nd area of the game. So basically, if you want to get a Glaceon to start the game, you will have to grind out merit points, and it is not fun. It will take you a very long time. But at the end of all of it, you will be satisfied to know that you eventually will have your entire Eevee army, which is super cool to have and super fun. Let's be honest, it's a great way to start the game. And if you want to know more tips and tricks like this on how to have a lot more fun playing Pokemon Arceus, hit that follow button, hit that subscribe button, make sure to hit that notification button so it keeps you up to date when I post future content about Pokemon Arceus and other games that I enjoy playing and sharing with all of you. Until next time, guys, keep evolving.